view across the marches is inspiring. So said Queen Alizane herself.
And tell me, Lord Dondarrion, did you think my great-grandmother is beautiful as they say?
This was half a century ago, Princess.
That's the point.
Yes, it was. And now a child.
The
The Blackwoods are an ancient house with a formidable army.
Bachelorette, Westeros edition.
One that has long endured. Since Lucas Blackwood, the grandsire of my grandsire, aided the dragon in his war of conquest.
Aye, the Blackwoods.
That's it,
truly
bud.
turned
Shoot
the
your
tide.
shot.
Course with the blood
Come
of
on.
the first men.
It's okay.
Our history is deeply rooted in. Your day shall be easy, and night safe, under my protection.
Protection? The princess has a dragon, you dumb cunt.
Come on. Throwing out the C word, just like, I get it. British people, it's not as offensive.
We're leaving.
I like this kid.
She that steal, you twat!
Send word to the harbour
Aw,
that
man.
Captain Oswin ready the ship.
Princess, we're due in Bitterbridge in 3 days.
We just don't even care what happens to him? Please tell me the kid won. Yes, he did. Of course he did. Fucking A, yeah. That a boy.
Take cover!
That's Damon. That's his dragon. Just has to make an entrance. He's happy to see him. And he has to look very royal and very king-like when his brother shows up. And Dougal. Everyone has to see this. Matt Smith just kills this role. 0 fucks this guy gives. I get that I'm not supposed to like him. We are supposed to like him, that's the point. His charisma makes him dangerous. Well, not charisma, but his allure. Patronizing?
My crown and the stepstones are yours.
Fuck off. What is this?
The tides, the crabs, and 2,000 dead Triarchy corsairs staked to the sand to warn those who might follow.
I did it without you. Oh, so is he just here to tell this story and gain the support of... just to make his brother look weak? Like the haircut as well.
It is rare for girls in this realm to get a choice between 2 suitors, no less 2 score of them.
Those men and boys don't fawn over me. They only want my
Fawn
name
over
and
my
my
status and
blood for their
power.
offspring.
I think it's rather romantic.
How romantic it must be to get imprisoned in a castle and me to squeeze out to heirs.
Ooh.
Lord Corlys is said to have engaged in negotiations with the Sea Lord of Bravos. He plans to wed his daughter Laena to the Sea Lord's son. If House Velaryon entered into an alliance with the Free Cities,
Yeah.
then we would have to seek our own marriage pact.
Always marriage and the political arrangements that are made or not made that result in the most tragedy. Especially for Robb Stark. It's just me, is that a large baby? Damon set this up so that she could sneak away. Yeah.
Where are we going? Do you wish to know your death, child?
It's like one of her first interactions with the world outside of who she is. Or maybe not, but it sure felt that way.
Names his daughter, a girl, his heir. But then to him, a son by all of her people. But would she make a powerful
He's really
queen,
gauging her reaction to
or would
this.
she be feeble?
Folk are like to believe that as a male, Aegon should be the heir.
I'm sure she knows that. Obviously, she knows that.
They're of great consequence if you expect to rule them one day.
Not wrong.
One night, I wish to be free of the burdens of my inheritance.
Pardon me, Your Grace. The king has requested your presence.
The hour is quite late.
Yes, Your Grace.
She definitely doesn't love him. Jesus. Just an uncle taking his niece to a brothel. Just makes me uneasy, you know. She's smiling. Yeah, when you smile at brothels, he wants everyone to know that they're Targaryens.
What is this place?
It's where people come to take what they want. Fucking is a pleasure, you see. For the woman as it is the man.
Just an uncle teaching his niece about fucking. Oh god. I saw that. Obviously we all saw this coming though. Oh, and they're going to compare and contrast. They're cutting back and forth between her dad fucking her best friend and her fucking her uncle, his brother. It's brilliant editing though. I thought they might like imply that they hook up, not actually just go for it. What's going on here? The fuck, man? Why did he do this? What the fuck? Was it like one of those things where he just wanted to prove that to himself that he could have her? That's some twisted shit. He is that dude, though. Yikes. Ay, ay, ay.
My helmet.
Now she's gonna bang Kristan. Sorry. Gonna bang Ezra now. Yeah. Come on, man. He deserves better than this. This is tragic for him because you know he's actually had a thing for her, and she just comes up all. She just comes home all horned up from her uncle, and then now is using him as an outlet. Or maybe it is a tender moment. They're filming it that way. Weird. Well, this is certainly more pleasant than incest in a brothel. I bet you the internet loves for Ezra, because he's a beautiful man, and he has hair. All right. Sex and nudity. Yeah. It's a welcome thing on this channel. Such a broken person, dude.
I don't need protection from a common law.
I'm afraid it concerns the princess, my king.
Has she been
Oh, God. He brought her to that brothel, wanted everyone to see them together.
The princess was spied last evening. Beyond the walls of the keep.
Oh my
In the pleasure
God.
house.
What of it?
She was carrying on with her uncle.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. He's so fucking twisted, Damon. Obviously, that's why he did it. Though his whole reason for this visit was to make them look bad.
You enter my bedchamber.
Damon and Rhaenyra were seen together. In the bowels of a pleasure den.
Fuck up. Ah.
Coupling.
Ah. To be fair, I wouldn't trust this coming from Otto either, but it's true. It's weird that he's probably not even upset about the incest. It's more about the fact that it's a betrayal. It's just a betrayal. In regards to like alliances and stuff. What is gonna happen? Is this gonna be the reason that... Is Viserys gonna denounce her as his heir now because of this? Which is ultimately Daemon's plan all along. Fuck me. And now Ezra... God damn it!
What happened last night?
What do you mean?
My father has made some worrying allegations about you. Were you with your uncle? You fucked Damon in a pleasure house.
This is a vile accusation.
They didn't.
You
I
Targaryens
don't
do
think.
have in a brothel.
You took me to a show. I was only a spectator. I didn't do anything. And then Damon sank into his cups and abandoned me for some whore.
Which is kind of
Should
true.
have known better. So you did not. Must I truly refute that?
No, I don't think they didn't, but Definitely kissed her and shit so people would see. Oh, that's not true.
I swear this to you, upon the memory of my mother.
No, don't do that.
It was foolish of you to place yourself in a position where your virtue could even come into question.
It's true, it was very foolish.
King...
But Damon's a fucking asshole. And he totally knew she probably had feelings for him and used that to his advantage to compromise her. This guy.
The king demands an audience, my friend.
Take your fucking hands off.
Do what Dougal says.
You have ruined her. What lord will wed her now in this condition?
Who gives a fuck what some lord thinks? You are the dragon. Your word is truth and law.
Oh, it's like a challenge to him as well.
Give me Rhaenyra to take to wife, and we will return the House of the Dragon to its proper glory.
Of course. It's not my daughter you lust for, is it? It's my
No.
throne.
Mm-hmm.
To me. As long as you are gone from my side for good.
I think I noticed this in another episode, but I'm pretty sure that Valerian steel dagger is the one that, you know, throughout Thrones, it eventually is gifted to Arya, and then she uses to kill the Night King. But cool little Easter egg.
Have you spoken to her?
No.
I want to see how that conversation goes.
It is not in Rhaenyra's nature to be deceitful. I cannot say the same for your brother.
Facts.
Such things serve him.
What do you mean?
By reducing you.
Yes.
She swore to me
True.
that she remains a maiden.
Well, she's not, because
I believe
Ezra, you know, you got it done. Oh no! No! Are they gonna do like, are they gonna look? Fuck.
From my blood come the prince that was promised. And his will be the song of ice and fire.
We still don't even know if that's John.
You've yet to ask me for the truth of what happened.
The truth does not matter, Rhaenyra. Only perception. You
That's
have
true,
exposed
too.
yourself. Now we must both suffer the consequences. You're right. But you were born a woman.
So you'll strip me of my titles and name Aegon in my stead.
I would. But it is mine to hold the realm together, not sow it with further division.
Right, it's what Daemon
Your
wants.
courtship is at an end. You will wed Selena Velaryon, and you will do so without protest.
The son of the sea snake. So I can be a remedy for your political headaches.
You are
Yeah.
my political headache.
Kind of now. It's not her fault at all, and I'm extraordinarily empathetic, but Jesus.
And what will you do about the vulture who perches upon your throne?
What vulture?
Your hand.
Otto Hightower has served two kings loyally and faithfully.
He wants Aegon to be named heir.
Yeah,
And
of
he will
course.
stop at nothing
Of course he does.
to see it done. Including
Yeah.
spying on me to bring about my ruin.
It's true.
I will do my duty as heir and with Selena. But you must first do yours as king.
What is she gonna suggest? Another hand? He's gonna. What the fuck?
5 days.
Oh yeah, because he spied on her. He's banishing him. This is the right move.
Just 5 days. You went from being another man in Jaehaerys court to the second most powerful man in the realm. I wonder, how long did it take you to choose yourself over your king? But Alicent, she took me through the worst of my grief. She was a calculated distraction.
Yeah.
I only now realize how well calculated it was.
Only now?
Your interests no longer align with those of the realm. Your judgment
Facts.
has been compromised.
Facts.
Royal and must tell his king a discomforting truth from time to time, Your Grace. If he doesn't, he's failed as a servant.
The crown and the realm both owe you a debt that can never be repaid. But I can no longer trust your judgment.
Right move. It's the right move. But now Otto is an enemy, and he's going to be very dangerous.
I'm sorry, what is that?
A tea, Princess. From the king. It will rid you of any...
Oh my god. So he... Hey, I mean, obviously, that's like a day after drink or whatever, but he doesn't believe her. Obviously. Yikes. Episode 5, which will catch me up. And so I'm going to drink a celebratory White Claw. Even though I hate seltzer, but I'm an alcoholic, and it was the only thing I could find in my apartment alcohol-wise. Because I don't keep that stuff around. How cool would it be if this is like a faceless man or something? It isn't.
Husband? What brings you to the Vale? Consummate our marriage? The Vale's sheep might be willing, even if I'm not.
Nice.
Our sheep are prettier, after all. Or perhaps
So
your
he's
brother
been nice
has at last
in the
had his
past.
fill of your company.
No. Is he really doing this? Yep. Then he inherits the wait, no. The fuck? With her out of the way, does he inherit the Vale's forces? I mean, even though their marriage should have done that. Knights of the Vale become his.
I knew you couldn't finish.
Ooh.
Craven!
Well, yeah, but he doesn't want to make. Fuck, man. That's a creative cut.
Listen to me, daughter. The king will die. It may be months or years, but he'll not live to be an old man.
Yeah, he's suffering from whatever that disease
war
is.
will follow, do you understand? The realm will not accept her, and to secure her claim, she'll have to put your children to the sword. She'll have no choice.
She won't, though.
Either you prepare Aegon to rule, or you cleave to Rhaenyra and pray for her mercy.
The latter, because Rhaenyra is not going to kill Aegon. It is written. Plus, she'd never win back the audience. He had to ride away in the rain. Leprosy.
Where is Lord Corliss? He should be here to receive the king.
He doesn't give a fuck. Obviously.
Novelis. Rare bloom. Indigenous to Bravos.
The fuck is this guy?
By all rights, it shouldn't be thriving here. Nature. Such mystery. It's just that on the very same night your father was dismissed, the Grand Maester delivered a tea to the princess's chambers.
Tea?
Great. Now Alicent is gonna believe Rhaenyra lied to her. Jesus Christ. It's good writing though that all these things that happen send all these mixed signals to the characters and create more drama. And it's complex drama too. Every alliance in this show is fractured. No relationship right now is sturdy.
Let us discover what might be had for breakfast.
Be welcome. Well,
Cousin.
How inauthentically pleased I am to see you.
Are you well?
How so? Damon's wife, the Lady Rhea Royce, has passed.
A hunting mishap. She was thrown from her horse. Her neck and skull both crushed and
Oh, sure.
A most surprising end. Lady Rhea's skill as both rider and hunter were well.
That doesn't seem fishy to anyone.
Indeed. Lady Rhea was a fine woman. I wish to propose a marriage between your son, Selena, and my daughter and heir, the Princess Rhaenyra. It's long past time our houses were united.
It is long past time, and that's why it won't happen.
We would like to know how the succession will be handled. Their children would take their father's name.
Wow.
That they would be born.
Well, we know that doesn't happen.
Surely, Lord Corliss, you are not proposing the Targaryen dynasty end with my daughter simply because she's a woman.
Why would his cousin want that, though? Or maybe she's just... I don't know.
I do not require a chair.
She's allowing this... She's basically allowing the same thing that happened to her to happen to Rhaenyra. No.
Dragons will rule the Seven Kingdoms for the next 100 years.
They will.
Just as they did the last.
I know this union is not what you would choose.
I hold nothing against your cousin.
I prefer roast duck to goose. I cannot say why.
What a weird metaphor.
It's not for a lack of trying. There are those who like goose very well.
I find it a bit greasy for my taste.
And what do you propose?
An open marriage.
That we perform our duty to our fathers and to the realm. And when it's done,
For a diplomatic way to say, let's just
each of us
fuck
dies as we
around.
see fit.
What a weird metaphor. Food. I suppose it makes sense. Or analogy, rather.
Familiarity is not at issue.
I'm sure Lena was already taken with her. She's grown quite comely these last few years.
You know his true nature.
Oh, he's gay.
You were robbed of the crown.
I never wore the crown.
So,
Because the
yeah.
realm would not have it so.
And I would
She's
reign.
afraid of the realm because she knows.
Small-minded error. By any means necessary.
I myself have put the business behind me, Corliss.
Yeah, she doesn't even believe it's possible with Rhaenyra.
Now it comes.
Gonna meet his boyfriend.
Your betrothed. Think of the tournament. But the feast, the battles at sea. Will you wear your crown today?
It's true, it's not the end of the world. You can still bang dudes.
You're a fool.
Just, you know, get in the closet.
She has a paramour of her own. I wonder who it is.
Is it Ezra, though? Or is it actually Damon? I mean, this transition would imply that it's Ezra is her love. Or Kristen. I'm done calling him Ezra, sorry.
Selena is a good and decent man, but you did not choose him. He was chosen for you.
It's true. Are you asking for leave?
I'm asking you to come
Well, that's not gonna happen, bro.
away from all of this. A marriage for love, not for the crown.
I am the crown, Sir Kristen.
What an answer.
Or I will be. I may chafe at my duties, but do you think I would choose infamy in exchange for a bushel of oranges or a ship?
Yeah,
to the
legacy
Shire?
is everything. Kind of.
My duty to marry a nobleman from a great house, and it does not have to be the end. So Kristen, Laenor and I have an
Is he gonna
understanding.
choose the opposite path of, cause he doesn't want to just be her side
It's
piece.
going to be the same.
He's not Dario. Yeah, I just thought about that conversation where what Dario tells Daenerys, you know, I just want you, I don't care about being your husband or whatever. And he wants to actually be her
As a knight of your
husband.
king's guard, an oath of chastity.
Oh, jeez, he's
I've
so
sold
honorable.
My
Good
white
for you,
cloak. It is the
brother.
only thing I have to my fucking name.
Yeah, but then you should understand that you're talking about oaths that you've made, about responsibilities. But you're asking her to, you know, turn her back on hers? You can't,
Larger than me.
yeah.
Larger than anyone in my family.
It's actually a bit selfish of him to ask her to leave. I mean, of course it is. It's extremely selfish.
And put them on a path.
To throw aside your dignity and just be your side piece. Nah, I'm on her. I think he's wrong. Kristen's wrong. Ezra's wrong. You're back to being Ezra. The leader having trouble with stairs.
You've been summoned.
I left the princess just minutes ago.
By the king.
Not the princess, sir. The queen.
Oh, the queen. What's going on here?
I fear I must question you on a delicate matter, Sir Kristen.
Servant is always my queen.
Hope she finds out that, yeah, that Rhaenyra didn't necessarily lie to her.
I'm not unaware that in flush of youth.
Is this conversation gonna result in a misunderstanding? Where he's gonna say yes, but he's talking about him and her.
Breaches or rather lapses.
Oh my god! God damn it! Sorry to all the Christians watching. I'm not trying to. I know I've been using various names in vain.
I have committed.
Oh.
At her instigation, it is true, but it is no excuse.
Okay, so never mind. They're on the same page now.
I would ask only this.
Sort of on the same
That
page.
rather than gelding me and having me tortured, you would sentence me mercifully to death.
Jesus Christ, man. Sorry, again, to all of Catholicism.
You may go.
I'm happy that Allison like knows. Well, I don't know. Maybe she's like, I wanted to. I don't know.
Will I be remembered as a good king, Lionel?
Probably not. That he was a cook. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Maybe probably a little bit. Just were, man. You just were. Yeah. Whole episode's about legacy. 500. Well, the whole show is about.
You have carried King Jaehaerys' legacy.
I often think that in the Crucible, I may have been forged a different man.
Many that are tested only wish to have been spared.
That's the catch-22 of legacy. I like this hand a lot, though. Got a kind face.
Congratulations, Your Grace. You have made a fine match for the princess.
Thank you, Lord Jason. I could think of no better than Selena.
Well, if this is only the welcome feast, I admit I cannot imagine.
What are you doing here? Is he meant to show up? Did they know he would? Clearly not, by the whispers. I want them to have a conversation, though. I want to see what Rhaenyra says to him after he tricked her.
Dragons. With House Targaryen and
What's... Jesus, I honestly thought he was having a stroke.
The beacon on the high tower. Do you know what color it glows when Old Town calls its banners to war?
Ah, he knows.
In the Vale, men are made to answer for their crimes. Even Targaryens.
Who are you?
Sir Gerald Royce of Roomstone.
Accuse him.
And?
The handsome parable.
Oh. Sir Kristen Cole.
Our sworn protector.
Look at him.
So I hear we're both side pieces. Want to start a group chat?
They had some match, don't they? What? With the princess and Sir Lionel.
Here we go. Let's see what these two have to say to each other.
Lance name. Of course, my prince.
Don't go somewhere. The fuck? Are they fighting? The fuck's going on? Awesome decision not to show us. Because I am freaking out. Wait, what? Why? Not these two. What? Wait, whoa. This would happen now. Why? Just because? Is it because he threatened him? I didn't think one side piece would kill another side piece today. Bros are supposed to stick together, Ezra. What the fuck, man? And he gave him the Ober Martell. Why? What the fuck? What the fuck?
To join two souls as one. Father.
Oh, both side pieces dead? Is he gonna fall on his own sword? My god, what a terrible day for promiscuity. What a fucking wedding.
I'm yours, and you're mine.
Why?
Whatever may come.
Rhaenyra of House Targaryen to be man and wife. One flesh.
Sir Kristen.
Don't do it, or let's team up and... Oh my god. And is that the last shot? A rat licking up the blood? Because everything's just gone to shit now. So Viserys is probably dead. Or dying. So yeah, don't get married in Westeros, which is something we probably should have known by now. It's the next day after I watched episode 5. I went to sleep without recording an outro, so I'm going to do that now. I want to start by saying I do realize in my reaction to episode 1, I was calling Damien a lot. I also want to put some respect on Fabian Frankel's name, who's done an incredible job playing Kristen Cole. Not Ezra Bridger. The entire cast has been incredible. I feel like this is one of those shows now, because it's part of such a massive IP. It's giving so many actors their time to shine. If you're not a big Doctor Who fan and you don't know who Matt Smith is, or a Morbius fan, I guess, or you haven't seen Harry Potter, or the plethora of projects that Rhys Ifans has been in, those guys will now, I'm sure, swiftly become household names, hopefully, because they're killing it. Not to mention Amelia Alcock, and Emily Carey, who, play Rhaenyra, and Alicent Hightower, really came into her own at that last episode, embracing her identity as the Queen and a Hightower. It's gonna be tough seeing it leap forward in time, the show leap forward in time, and because we're so attached to them as these characters now. Everything in this show, from the production to the writing, is top notch, and that can't help but make me sad. Why couldn't Game of Thrones' final season had writers dabbling in such nuance and symbolism? Because while the story of House of the Dragon's interesting, it just feels like one story. Whereas Game of Thrones was this interwoven tapestry of tales, that explored material, the political, the magical, existentialism. I feel like this show and all of the other Game of Thrones spin-offs are going to have the same, or the prequels especially. That Jon Snow show that Kit Harington is supposedly working on might be able to negate this issue, but the rest of them will probably face the same problem as Peter Jackson's Hobbit trilogy in the wake of Lord of the Rings, where the stakes simply weren't as high, so everything felt trivial, kind of. And like the Hobbit trilogy, this show keeps reminding the audience of the White Walkers and the Long Night And even A Song of Ice and Fire, Martin's books, which until he finishes those, fans aren't gonna, they're just gonna feel, everything's gonna feel like a case of diminishing returns because those books are where the meat is. And that said, I believe there's a line in one of the earlier seasons of Game of Thrones where Joffrey explains how Rhaenyra died. And I'm not going to say it here or spoil it for anybody, but anyone who knows how she dies, it's not great. And maybe that makes her story all the more beautiful because she's doomed and she's this tragic figure. And I don't know, it'll be interesting to see where this series goes in its first season. I don't know if I've already mentioned this, but I've heard reports about this maybe being an anthology series. The first season being its own story, The Dance of Dragons. Maybe not. Maybe. But that would also help it feel grander. It does feel grand in scale. This feels more like we're in Westeros, or at least in King's Landing and stuff. We haven't traveled that much. But yeah, that's all I got. I promise in future videos I won't say fuck as much. I think in this one it was just a result of nerves. Because I'm very new at this. That being said, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Drive me off this platform if you must. Like, subscribe if you feel so inclined. Big love to everyone who was bored enough to join me. And to those who feel the slow degradation of time, stay young. And remember, don't be an idiot, be a buffoon.